How fast is the fastest car? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, can you run really fast? What is the fastest that you have ever run? Actually, do you know what the fastest speed is that you have ever moved? Maybe you were in a really fast train? Or maybe you've been in an airplane? If you've been in an airplane, that was definitely the fastest you've gone. Or by chance, if you're an astronaut listening to this right now, then maybe a space shuttle is the fastest you've ever moved. But if you've never been on a space shuttle or an airplane, then most likely the fastest you have ever moved was in a car. For most people, cars are the fastest way to easily get from one place to another. And boy, can they move. Have you ever looked at the speedometer in front of the driver's seat of your car? You ever notice that line that goes from 0 and goes all the way up to, well, how high does it go in your car? Have you noticed that speed can go up to over 100? That's because technically, the parts inside of your car can achieve those speeds, though there are usually laws against such things. We all kind of just have to agree to go a maximum of 70 or 75 or 80 on the interstate just to try to keep everyone safe. But that's an interesting question. How fast can the fastest car go? What's the record for the fastest speed achieved by a car? I was thinking about this because I got a question from a kid in the Curious Kids Club named Ryan.
How fast does cars go?
All right, I'm not going to leave you in suspense today. I'm just going to tell you about the fastest car, okay? But I'm not even sure you're going to believe me because it doesn't sound real what I'm about to say. In fact, I had to double check it myself because I didn't believe it. Are you ready for this? The official land speed record for a car is 763 miles per hour. That record was set on October 15th, 1997, nearly 30 years ago, by a car called ThrustSSC in the Black Rock Desert in Nevada. It was driven by a very, very brave man named Andy Green. It's hard to even comprehend how fast that is. In fact, 763 miles per hour is faster than most airplanes are usually going when they fly overhead. I'll explain it like this. If your family car is going 60 miles per hour on the highway, that means it could travel 60 miles in 1 hour. ThrustSSC was going more than 12 times that fast. At that speed, the car can travel about 1 mile in less than 5 seconds. Here, let's count to 5 together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about how long it took for ThrustSSC to go a whole mile. Isn't that crazy? ThrustSSC is technically a car because it had wheels and it drove on land. So it counts as a car for the land speed record. But here's the important difference. ThrustSSC was powered by 2 jet engines. It looked more like a skinny rocket on wheels with huge engines on both sides than it did a regular car. Guinness World Records says ThrustSSC used 2 Rolls-Royce Spey jet engines that produced about 50,000 pounds of thrust. Thrust is the push that moves something forward. When a jet engine blasts hot air backward, the vehicle gets pushed forward. This is also how jet airplanes move. The other amazing thing is that ThrustSSC actually broke the sound barrier. Do you know what the sound barrier is? Well, that means that ThrustSSC was moving faster than sound travels through the air. When something does that, do you know what happens? It makes a huge boom called a sonic boom. ThrustSSC was the first land vehicle to officially break the sound barrier. That's why it was called ThrustSSC. The SSC in ThrustSSC stands for supersonic car. Supersonic means faster than the speed of sound. Okay, so why can't normal cars go that fast? Well, most cars don't have jet engines on them. That's one thing. But also, a normal car engine, it just does not produce enough power to keep accelerating to those kinds of speeds. But even if it could, the air resistance at those speeds is unbelievable. See, when a car moves, it has to push air out of the way. If you've ever put your hand out of the window while you're driving, you can feel that air pushing up against your hand. And then the faster the car goes, the harder the air pushes back. That pushing back force is called drag. At very high speeds, drag becomes a huge problem. Engineers have to shape these record-breaking cars very carefully so that air can flow around them very smoothly. That's why fast cars usually have very round shapes to them. And another reason that a normal car can't go that fast is simply control. A car going hundreds of miles per hour would have to be very, very steady on the ground, but if too much air got underneath the car, it would lift up off the ground. And then you've got to think about the wheels or tires. They probably can't handle those speeds. They could fail. This is why land speed record cars are tested in wide, flat places like desert flats or salt flats. The driver needs a long, open space to speed up, and then try to stay straight, and then, of course, slow down in a controlled way. So, the fastest official car ever went 763 miles per hour back in 1997, and it was called ThrustSSC. Do you think you'll ever go that fast? All right, let's have a quick quiz. What is the name of the vehicle that set the official land speed record in 1997? It was called ThrustSSC. And about how fast did it go? 763 miles per hour. And what kind of engines helped push it forward? Yep, jet engines, like on an airplane. What is the force called when air pushes back against a moving vehicle? Remember, it's called drag. Let's play true or false. True or false? ThrustSSC set the official land speed record in 1997. That's true. True or false? ThrustSSC was powered by pedals like a bicycle. No, that's false. True or false? Drag gets harder to deal with as a vehicle goes faster. Yep, that's true. True or false? A land speed record should be attempted on normal roads with traffic. No, that is false. They need a big, wide, empty, flat area. Would you rather ride in ThrustSSC or in a rocket ship going to space? I don't know why, but ThrustSSC actually sounds scarier to me than a rocket ship, and I'm not really sure why. I think I would rather, maybe it's just that I would rather go to space anyway. So I think I would rather go to space than go really, really fast in the desert. That sounds fun. Okay, let's play a few rounds of What Am I? What am I? I push against moving vehicles. I come from the air around the vehicles. And engineers try to reduce me when they design fast vehicles. What am I? I am called drag. All right, here's another one. What am I? I am a kind of push. Jet engines create me, and I move a vehicle forward by blasting air backward. What am I? I am thrust. Okay, one more. What am I? I happen when something moves faster than sound. People may hear me as a very loud noise, and ThrustSSC made history by breaking the sound barrier on land, which made this noise. What am I? I am a sonic boom. All right, so today we learned that the fastest car ever was ThrustSSC, driven by Andy Green. It went 763 miles per hour in the Black Rock Desert. That is faster than sound, so it became the first supersonic land vehicle. Amazing. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Today is Matilda's birthday. Matilda is from Georgia, and Matilda is turning 5. Happy birthday, Matilda! Ivy is from Texas, and Ivy is turning 4. Happy birthday, Ivy! Atticus is from Hong Kong, and Atticus is turning 6. Happy birthday, Atticus! Atlas is from Texas, and Atlas is turning 8. Happy birthday, Atlas! Aiden is from Massachusetts, and Aiden is turning 6. Happy birthday, Aiden! Zoe is from Texas, and Zoe is turning 4. Happy birthday, Zoe! Lily is from Florida, and Lily is turning 5. Happy birthday, Lily! Rosie is from Kentucky, and Rosie is turning 6. Happy birthday, Rosie! Vivian is from Indiana, and Vivian is turning 11. Happy birthday, Vivian! Towns is from Tennessee, and Towns is turning 4. Happy birthday, Towns! Hannah is from California, and Hannah is turning 7. Happy birthday, Hannah! To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!